Here we have the current stock market update for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So here we're looking at the 1 hour time frame. Each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see here, there have been some very interesting developments in this stock already to start the week. So just for a bit of a recap as far as what has been happening here, there have been a few days since there has been an update for this stock. So, longer term, what we have been looking at here is the potential for a trend line break for a trend line in place that has been very significant here over time. So the reason that I say that this is so significant is because really this goes all the way back to the prior all-time highs, which were posted at $140.76. This would have been during the June 20 trading period. And as we can see since then, share prices have posted a series of lower highs all throughout this time frame here. So most recently, what we have been looking at here is a recent price high resistance zone, which came in at 127.66. And there was a lot of debate about whether or not this specific price area would be viewed as a false breakout to the top side. So, if we look closely into this price chart here, we can see that technically this candle formation here does break above the trend line. However, whether or not we had a close there is a little bit up for debate. It sort of depends on how you draw the trend line. There are a few different ways of drawing trend lines. So, it's debatable about whether or not this share price action actually broke above this trend line. And then from there, we did see some fairly significant movements to the downside. We did see prior price lows tested right around 115. And as we can see here, this area does now mark a double bottom support zone for this stock. So, there's a lot of significant price action here because what is going on currently is we have now seen share prices break above this level, break above the prior high, and make a much more decisive price move above that downward trend line. So, this does look like the real thing. Previously we could, have a bit of a debate about whether or not this was an actual trend line break. But the same type of debate can't really happen here because there are just too many factors that are sort of coinciding with one another. And sort of pointing in the same direction. So, one factor that we can point to here is that there is a significant surge here in trading volumes, and this has occurred over several time bars here. So, there have been several instances where we can see spikes in upward buying activity, and really only one spike here to the downside where share prices have fallen lower. So, on balance here, this is a lot of upside price action that is being confirmed by the indicator, by the trading volumes. And if we look at the indicator reading, some similar developments have occurred as well. So let's just sort of look here quickly. This is the relative strength index for the hourly time frame. So what we're looking at here is a prior downtrend that had been in place here for quite a while. We're really going back to roughly the middle of August, and there were significant price highs that were being posted during that period of time. So since then, share prices have been posting lower highs, and we can see this reflected in the indicator reading on the hourly time frame. Overall, this was the dominant trend direction here, as we can see, because it is longer term in nature. However, there were some additional pieces of evidence that were pointing in the bullish direction as well, because we do have this upward sloping trend line here that's also visible in the relative strength index. So, it's got a bit of a strong slope here. It's a little bit unsustainable, a little bit higher than what you'd probably like to see. A little bit more of an upward slope than you'd probably like to see. These types of slopes can be unsustainable sometimes, but currently this is the dominant trend wave here, because what we can see now is that this downward trend movement has completed itself. We have seen a break to the top side in share prices that has managed to force the relative strength index above this momentum reading here, above this trend indicator reading. So these are significant price moves here. This does tell us now that this prior downtrend has completed and is no longer likely to be influencing share prices. So, one factor that has to be understood here at this point is that, this is positive upside price movement. The indicator is above its own exponential moving average, but at the same time, share prices have now moved into overbought territory. So this does suggest a period of consolidation or retracement at the very least, if not outright trend reversal. I don't exactly think that that's going to be happening here, but this is a signal that needs to be watched because we are now trading in overbought territory. So overall, these are significant developments, as I've said, because we have now broken above this prior resistance zone at 127.66. And then in addition to that, we have now a clear break to the top side to invalidate this longer term downtrend line. So these are significant price moves, and this is much more forceful in nature, which makes it much less likely that what we're looking at here is a false breakout to the top side. So currently what we're looking at as far as actual resistance zones, just to close out the video here, we will point out that near-term resistance is now found at 130.63. So, this is the current price high. So, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to wind up being the main resistance level. More specifically, what I would really be pointing to would be this 131.26 area. Just point to that here quickly. So this is really a triple top resistance zone that was formed, let's get a date here, during the August 26th trading session. So this has been in place now for quite some time, but and this would be the next level to watch the top side. But overall, what really is going on here is that we have started to now see this series of lower highs start to break now to the top side. So this is a significant development because this does suggest that this near-term downtrend has now completed itself and run its course. So, from here, I would be watching 131.26, and then from there, we're looking at 136.15 as the next regions of potential resistance. I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying the stock at this point because we are still trading in overbought territory. I do think that we're probably in store for a bit of a pullback here relatively soon. So here's the current stock market update for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.